I was talking and didn't have the mic on. So I'm kind of glad nobody was in here. Um, the channel is growing fast. If anybody's watching this horrible replay, I want to thank you for all the support. We're just under, I don't even think we're 2 months old yet as far as the channel itself. And I am at just over 700 subscribers. So we're growing pretty fast. Um, it's working out really well. So I wanted to do a Saturday night silver and coin talk, just kind of hang out. I'm going to grab some coins I have over here from a video, very small, very quick video that I did earlier. And I'm going to flip those while we wait for people to come in here and conversations to get started. So give me just a moment and I will grab some of these. Well, no, I can start with the quarters. I got a bunch of quarters here. I'll start with them first. These, to the one person lurking, are a bunch of really good examples that I'm going to attempt to list on eBay from my quarter roll hunt. So they seem to be, for what they are, the only thing I can come up with from this weekend's hunt, which I found a lot of silver. It's a lot of silver for a box, let alone I only had 8 rolls. Customer wrapped rolls, but there were a whole bunch of, we'll call them AU, quarters from like 2000s, Jason Harvia. How do you pronounce it, Jason? Because I don't want to get it wrong. Is it Harvia or is it Harvilla? Because I feel like it's Harvia, but I want to be sure. Hold on. I'm going to take off this sweater. I've been wearing it all day, and then I'm fat on camera. Look at that. And the heat's kicking on because it's getting lower in the evening. And that just does not work well for me. So, I'm going to flip some of these quarters, and we are going to hang out and chat. Jason, what was that? The second way, Harvilla. Harvilla. Okay. Okay. Whatever is, you're the expert, right? So 25's too small for quarters. 20's definitely too small for quarters. What are these? 27.5. Muscle Shell, thank you for stopping in. I saw you over at Plumber Stacker's auction. I was ending out Everyday Opportunities stream and decided to kind of hop around, see what else was going on. Not much this evening. I think Plumber Stacker's done now. EC's done now. I know Hunting Southwest Ohio is running one now. But, you know, sometimes you got to step on some toes, I guess, to get in where you can fit in. To do some live streams, get some watch time, all that fun business. So, I found out this horrible fact. So I finally and officially sold something on eBay and actually shipped it off. Like, the buyer paid, everything's good. I saw the notification, I packaged it up, out to the mailbox it went real quick. And I knew there were fees associated. I guess I should have done my research first. But the fees on eBay, I don't even have it up anymore. But the fees on eBay from zero, which I don't know who's selling for zero, but for zero to like $7,500 in like a single transaction or a single item is like 12.9%. Now, I don't know if there's things you can do to get better with that, or maybe like the higher you elevate in eBay seller status, that may drop and get a little bit more lenient. I'm not sure. But to give you an idea, I found previously a really nice um, 1997 Denver minted quarter. Now it's just the Washington Eagle back, nothing fancy, but it was in considerably good shape for a coin of its age. I thought so anyway. So I listed it as circulated. Didn't assign any kind of grade or anything to it. Put good photos of it up, and I listed it for like $1.25 plus the 75 cents or whatever for shipping. So it was a $2 um, price tag with shipping, which it just got enveloped up really nice and then sent out. Oh, do they? And that makes sense. Yeah, because they took that off of the total, the whole thing, and I sold a quarter. It sounds bad, but I sold a quarter for $1.25 plus 75 cents shipping, right? I got, or I'm sorry, I have waiting $1.44. So after my actual debit of the shipping and the cost of the quarter, so there we're talking 60 cents for the stamp. We won't even take the letter or anything into account. So 60 cents for the stamp, 85 cents. A dollar, I made like 59 cents on a quarter. Now, I'm not complaining too much, I guess, because I made 59 cents on a quarter. That, on the face value, that sounds pretty good. But now, I think I kind of understand some of these eBay sellers maybe a little bit more, because unless you're kind of getting, you got a good deal when you purchased it, right? And then you list it for hopefully a competitive price. Like, there's not a whole lot of profit margin there. I mean, what? Most of the big auction houses and stuff take like 20% or something, something like that. The buyer's premium or whatever on items. eBay's not far off from that. I mean, it is a decent drop, I guess, if it's actually closer to 20%, but that's rough for anybody. I can't imagine. Where's my stick? So that was a little bit of a rude awakening. Not like I'm going to adjust a lot of my prices, but I won't be making much on any of these sales. You know what I mean? So that's going to be kind of interesting. Okay, so I will tell you. I don't know if you were here, Jason. I did that $50 hunt yesterday. Well, quarters and $50 and dollar coins. And found a lot of silver. Gave some of it away. That's fine. But God. Oh, I looked through the halves because a lot of them were in what I thought to be really good condition. Before they charged fees on shipping, people were selling items for 1 cent with. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That, and you know what? Now that you mention that, I think I kind of remember that. And that's, I hate that stuff. People trying to like scam the system. Like, don't get me wrong. If you can get money legitimately, and push that edge a little bit, go ahead. But $50 item or a 1 cent item with $50 shipping, come on, we know what you're doing. So in the $50, I was searching. There were a bunch of really nice examples, kind of like what I'm pulling out in the quarters. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm crazy. Probably. But when I put some of them under the scope here, the scope shows you so much more, and on a few of them for sure, I was like, okay, like I really wasn't seeing that, like maybe wear marks or other things that I didn't realize were there with the naked eye. And I'll admit that. Okay, cool. They're not as nice as I thought. They definitely weren't like mint state or anything. Not the clad ones anyway, or most of them. So I looked through those a little bit more tonight as I was going through everything and watching people's auctions and stuff. And I was checking for doubling. Now I've already wrapped up the other ones, but I emailed Coin Junkie, AG, if you're not him, and I emailed him because he knows a little bit more about error coins, to some degree, definitely than me. So I emailed him some pictures of some of these halves that I started finding that looked like they had doubling on the back. And I tried to look them up on like Variety Vista, and I like that site, but it's really sparse as far as like what's actually on there, kind of. Sort of. I mean, it's a good database. I'm not knocking them. Ooh, this one has some like really nice toning. Oh yeah. And so I couldn't find anything that I was looking at on Variety Vista, so I emailed him, and he's like, oh, it's machine doubling. And then, a few more Google searches past that, I discover that machine doubling really has no value because it's apparently so common, which is funny because, if it's an error, but it's not, like, I don't know. The way that they put that out there kind of strikes me as odd. Like, basically, it's a random machine effect, which I get. I'm from industrial maintenance. I understand machines and their unpredictability at times, so I get that. But if it's a random variation based on even the machine, how is that not? I would almost argue that that's more rare, or could be more rare, than like a double die. Because the double die, you could run 100,000 coins through that. But how long does that machine run before somebody stops, checks it, fixes it? Like, so it just seems odd. And yeah, I guess in the scheme of things, it's probably more likely that, double dies are more rare than machine doubling. I'm not saying that. But I found all these machine doubling. It was only like 4 of them. I already wrapped them back up. I'm like, okay, they're not really worth anything. I don't care. But I just listed this on eBay, and I played with the CoinScope a little bit. I think tomorrow I'm going to go to the hardware store and see if I can make something happen with this, because right now I elevated it a little bit, just a couple inches, and I can almost get a whole $50 in. Let me switch over to the big screen so you guys can... Oh, wrong one. So you can see this. So you should be seeing the big coin screen now. And so I was looking for doubling, and then I just stumbled upon this. It's like a die crack or something on the rim of the coin. And it's there. It hasn't worn off completely. So it's an error. It's not... I'm not saying it's the Holy Grail or anything. But the coin's in relatively good shape. Nothing crazy about it other than that. But just to kind of see, I guess, what the market says, I listed this on eBay. What I put it at? Go back to main. I forget what I put it at. The 75-cent shipping, and I think maybe like $2. Or no, it's $1.50. Yeah, it's going to be about $2 if somebody purchases it. But technically, it's some kind of error. I've not seen one in all the $50 I can remember ever looking through. So it's not super common. So we'll see if somebody purchases it. I'm still surprised nobody's picked up that Indian head error. As a matter of fact, I was talking trash about that in the last live stream, and I realized, where's my red book, that I never looked that up. So, we're going to look up real quick. Henry, what's going on, buddy? Good. Just wanted to stop by and hit the like button. I have to replace my transmission, so I have to sell some metals. Hopefully over trade day. I'll be back. Okay, be back if you need to be back. Always, well, it's getting a little rough on some of my purchasing, but always let me know. You have my email, Henry. Drop me a line and let me know what you're selling. I love a good deal. We all do. I won't try to gouge your eyes out, but let me know what you got going on, and maybe I can hit you up before you even hit trade day. Or you go whichever way you want to go. Did you call Musshell video today? I don't even know that I did. Let me see if I can... No, hold on. Let me go over to YouTube. Hold on. Reload. It's always kind of weird that it shows. I mean, it makes sense. Hold on, let me mute that. That it shows you your own live stream first, but I get it. I get it a lot. Go to channel. I don't think I am subscribed to you, Muscle Show. So subscribe. Okay, you did make a video. I will have to check that out after the stream's over. And now I'm subscribed, so I am straight now. He might. I know he had some other constitutional for sale recently, so he might. Okay, so hold on. Before we get too crazy. 1880 Indian head cent. Where is it? There it is. Okay. We're going to say, hopefully speaking, EF40, which is, I think most people call it like an XF40. This is fine 20, extra fine 40, that's XF, I don't know, but that's what I think. So an 1880 Indian head cent in extra fine or EF40 is a $35 penny. And the one I have up is a clip, and it has the Blakesley effect on the other side of the clip, which proves, apparently, again, I'm no numismatist, but according to the powers that be, that means that it's authentic. It was made that way, and that's how it ran through the machine and whatnot. So it's got that, so it's genuine. And I have that thing listed for a starting bid of $20, and nobody has bid on it. So a regular cent, worst case scenario, 35 in the 40. It says 15 in the 20, but I feel like it's probably closer to the EF. You could always check for yourself, but regardless, because it's an error, I'm way underselling that thing. I'm surprised I haven't had, more offers on that thing, or really any offers on it, I guess. I did today, because I had to relist that Salt Jason Harvia's email. Henry's making the deals happen. Which that happens, Henry, man. Sometimes things happen, and you gotta sell. I can't say I've had to majorly liquidate yet, knock on wood, but I get you. I I paid somebody for something in precious metals, and some not very long time later, unfortunately, um, they had a need for those funds, and so they wanted to get them back from me, or they wanted to sell it back to me. Now, being fair, with how everything goes, at that point when I went to resell or rebuy back from them, I had to do kind of the right thing, or at least, I don't know, you can think of it how you want. I think it was the right thing. I looked up, the market value as some time had passed and looked at what that amount was going for at that time, and then had to offer them that, because let's face it, if they went to a coin shop or anywhere else, they're going to do the same thing. Now, I figured it up, and I offered them, from what I could tell, based on prices and buy and sell and, some of the things that some of the bullion dealers list online, I offered them more than I thought they were going to get at a store or somewhere to go offer it to them. But, that remains to be seen. But, so basically, I gave it to them for dead. And then they brought it back to me. I bought it for less than I originally paid for it. So, officially, I paid for it twice, if that makes sense. And then, that was the 1/4 ounce of gold that I sold on, it must have been Keys Stream, I think. Yeah, Keys Stream. And that went to, God, I can't even remember right now. God, the name's on the tip of my tongue. TNT Stacker, I think. TNT something. And it went to that individual. Yeah, it is a bummer, Henry. Life happens. It's okay, though. We'll get through it. It ain't like that. It's all fixable, right? And a lot of times, it depends on, what it is. A lot of times, I don't know. I look at stuff like that, and it's not always as bad. I'm real good at, life-changing and, abrupt changes. My upbringing taught me that, so, if all of a sudden tomorrow, God forbid, I have to move or something major happens, it sucks, and it still affects me, but it doesn't, cripple me. I've met people where, changes and things happening, just, almost debilitate them. I learned a long time ago, life will just keep kicking you, so you better learn to take a hit, every now and again. And that's kind of how I get through it. So, I hope it'll work out, Henry. And, once you get done with Jason, or whatever have you, send me an email, let me know what you got, and I'll see what I can do as far as helping you liquidate. I need more. Oh, is that these? I think it is. There's only 50 in here. I'm going through flips because of my pennies, I think, is the worst part. I'm going through flips like crazy. And I have, over here on my ottoman, 2 boxes of pennies that were hunted today, and it's not too bad, but there's a bunch of Lincoln Memorial cents, or I'm sorry, the commemoratives, and all the nice finds, the 1970s that look like they're in good shape, and the different stuff like that I like to keep, that I have to flip and prepare for storage. Right now, they're just literally sitting there. I'm making good time on these quarters, though, I will say that. Yeah, I don't know. What does everybody think about running the auctions? Because now that I'm in the community a little more, and don't take this the wrong way. I'm not hating on anybody. I get everybody does what they do and blah, blah, blah. But there are so many freaking auctions. It's like everywhere you look, everybody's running auctions and like Plumber Stacker. It's not a judgment thing like that at all. I mean, there's no threshold to doing what you do. I'm not saying that. But I think I looked at it. He's only at like 2,000, and I say he's only at, that's not a derogatory thing. I'm saying like in comparison, because I know all the big guys do their auctions. Keith from Coin Crew, Seeker, and Rob Finds Treasure, I think, doesn't do auctions as much. But I know I've bought from him, at least in the Stacy's Miscellany Memorial auction for, gosh, I'm going to get the guy's name wrong, but I think it was like AG something. It passed away suddenly. And so I know he does auctions, but Plumber Stacker only has like 2,000 something, 2K something, I think, subscribers. And I guess, I don't know. I didn't know. I guess he must have like a real dedicated following or whatnot. I didn't know you could be that small and still have effective auctions. You know what I mean? That I guess is my point. Because like Big Flip, I don't know where he was at in subs when I found him. I think he's like, I want to say like 13K or something like that now. I don't know that he's grown like a... I think I remember something about him hitting 10K. So, yeah, maybe it's not... The threshold for entry isn't as high as I thought. But then again, too, to do that, I would have to start buying stuff that I would want to sell to you guys. And not keep. You know what I mean? I would have to buy stuff for the intent of auctions, which some of the people around here with pricing are kind of hard asses. You know, coin shops and whatnot. And my LCS, the one that I go to the most, who I need to go stop by there tomorrow, actually, and just kind of see how his Black Friday went. He's not really a coin shop, so he doesn't get a whole lot of stuff. I'm almost half tempted to tell him to, like, not lowball people, but, you know, if something comes through that you're kind of iffy on, like, pick it up for, you know, what you think is a decent price, maybe, and then call me and I'll take it off your hands, and maybe I'll try to move it on trade day or something like that, or, like I said, start my own auctions, who knows, but... You know, something. Anyone can do, no matter how many subs you have. Well, that's debatable. I only have 6 people in here. That would be a rough auction. But no, I get what you're saying. And yeah, I mean, I imagine it's true. And just because somebody has like a lower sub count does not mean that they haven't been on YouTube doing whatever for, I mean, years. I mean, my other channel... It's like a well, now it's older, but at the time it was like a 3-year-old channel. And my live streams, I had maybe, I think at the height of some of my best live streams, maybe like 25 people or something. And those were the ones where it was like me and 3 or 4 other people kind of shooting the breeze. These quarters, I hope these go. I really hope these go on eBay, because I'm half tempted, I don't know, to maybe like do one big lot, since there's a lot of repeats. I don't know. I'll look at what I have. I'll sort them once I get them all done, and I'll have to look. But I'm half tempted just to do one giant lot and see if somebody wants to take a whole bunch of what I'm going to call uncirculated quarters. I'm not going to assign them a grade. I am going to call them uncirculated. The coin game on eBay is kind of crap. Unless it's like graded, it's kind of crap because they want you to put that stuff in And, you know, if it's not graded, really, you can't. It's all, I mean, it's the same way at coin shops, I guess, if it's not graded. What was it? Plumber Stacker had that. It was a Walker. I forget what year it was, but right there at the end of his auction, he put one up and he said, I think he was doing that kind of on behalf of his coin shop or something to do with that or something. But he had said it was written on there MS63, so his shop was suggesting. Obviously, I think we all realize at that point it's nothing but a suggestion that the coin was in that grade range, which it looked like it. I think I even bid on that. I can't remember if I did or not, but somebody went higher than I wanted to, or maybe I didn't bid on it. But that was a really good deal because I have somewhere, I showed it the other day, my MS65 Walker. Now, granted, it's PCGS graded in the old Rattler, but I think we looked that up, if I remember, and that was like $150 coin. Now, that's a couple grades higher, but still, I think somebody picked that up for like $40 or something, plus shipping. That's a crazy great deal on that coin. So it'll be interesting. I'll see what I can come up with. Maybe if I actually get like a better relationship with one of the local coin shops or something, besides my guy around the corner that mainly does like bullion and constitutional, that I can like coax them into not giving me deals, but like some kind of like weird consignment. Like, hey, I'm gonna take this and try to sell it, and I'll, you know, I don't know. I doubt they probably would. You'd have to know somebody for a while to get something like that going on. But you get what I'm putting down. Oh, wow. It lets you guys put emails in the... Oh, wait. Henry's a mod. Duh. Okay. That's why. I was like, wait a minute. We're just dropping emails in the chat. What's going on here? So this is over $10. I forget how much, but it's over $10 in what I consider to be uncirculated quarters. So the only bad part about it is there's a lot of duplicates, a lot of Massachusetts, a lot of South Carolina. But that's kind of good too because they're all older. Like none of them are brand new. So that's good. Oh, 7 people in here. Come on, what the beep? Hey, what the beep? Did you cut out on me last night? Did you? 'Cause I feel like you did. We are talking about BS in general. I'm really just hanging out. Nobody else was really live streaming or having much going on anymore. So I figured I'd jump on. Great Lakes Gold and Silver. Yeah, trying to talk shop. I am flipping up a bunch of uncirculated quarters that I found hunting yesterday. But, real quick, before I get to that, what the beep? How long did you hang out yesterday? I think I saw him in here. Let me go back. Yeah, somebody tagged him. Okay, well, what the beep? I don't know how long you were there last night, but I found a decent amount of silver in those $50 rolls you coaxed me into opening. So thank you for that. Although it makes our Saturday night stream not quite as awesome, but you know, it's okay. I had found 4 90%ers in total and 9 40%ers in 8 customer wrapped rolls. But considering we had mint wrapped rolls of Sacagaweas and BU quarter, well, uncirculated, I gotta watch my wording, uncirculated quarters from 20 years ago in multiples, it stands to reason. That whole box from my bank of random stuff had to have come from likely the same one or two people that brought stuff in, but it obviously came from a coin collection of something, someone's, that either someone cashed in being an idiot or a family member did or something. But here's CoinScope just to show you this. Yeah, and the lighting is getting a little better on it, but these are in flips now, so take it with a little grain of salt. But here's a Maryland, and I know, the lighting is not the best, but you get the idea. It's in flawless shape considering it's a 2000 quarter, and I probably have like half a dozen of these or something. Maryland wasn't as much as Massachusetts. I got a lot of Massachusetts in here, and I tossed. I still have the bins sitting down here. I haven't rolled them all up, but I'm going to go back through and kind of look at them again, because I tossed a bunch back because I was seeing so many good ones. If I saw like the slightest imperfection, I would just toss it back because I had so many. Well, the flip doesn't really matter. The flip is really just to protect them. I don't know. Let's see. I don't even think I red booked these. Give me a second. I'll pull the red book out and we'll look. I mean, I'm not going to go the PCGS route because that's where, they would really need to be graded. But in the 2000 range of quarters, half dollars, quarters, 2000-ish range, which we have a lot. I know I have like some North Carolinas. It's saying MS63, which they all have to be, I would like to think, MS60 I think is the bottom of Mint State, because it's AU 58, then maybe 59, and then 60. That being said, I would like to think that most of them should be at least MS60, but in an MS63, okay, so some of the 99s, which I think I have in here, maybe not a lot, but some of the 99s, MS63 is $2. And starting around 2000, MS63 is about $1. Until you hit Kentucky, and that's like $1.25. And then Illinois is $1.50 in a 63. So let's just consider that a safe bet I should be able to get 50 cents per coin, maybe. And I'll probably be more generous than that in the listing. I'm going to try to see what the easiest way to offload these is on like eBay or something, because us as stackers, we really don't want a lot of clad, but I'm cheap and frugal, and so when I see value, I try to grab it, and I'll try to capitalize on this and turn it into something like silver or whatever, something else that I actually value. Not saying I don't value these, but I already have state quarters now. Arguably I could probably upgrade some stuff here, but I'm not super worried about a clad set of quarters. If I have the set and they're all in there and it's decent, I'm not worried about getting like a uncirculated set of state quarters or anything, right? So, or even really the America the Beautiful. I'm gonna get that book and I'm gonna start running that set of the America the Beautiful, but am I worried about them being like the best specimens? No. Because I don't know. Not something I'm super interested in. I'd be more interested in some of the slightly older stuff in better shapes. Well, Roadhog's here. Well, now we can calm down. Everything's going to be fine, everybody. Roadhog's here. Good to see you. I hope you are well on this Saturday evening. The tarnish on these is really good because it's got that I've been in a book too long hue, like that kind of dusty, like it's just starting to develop, and it's like a gray-blue fog over the coin. It's Clad's really common for that kind of toning in the early stages, and they all have it. Silver Wizard, welcome to the stream. I appreciate you stopping by. Now, would you keep these quarters or sell them to a local coin shop? These, if I'm gonna sell them, I'm probably gonna try to sell them on eBay. I'm trying to get my eBay store kind of rolling, but I could go to one of my local coin shops and try to offload them, but I feel like they're gonna lowball the heck out of me. Because, I mean, you got your face, but they're probably going to only offer me, like, an additional maybe 50% value, if that. So, let's just say, I'm out of staples. Let's just say that I have more than $10 here. Let's just say I have $10 of quarters here, in really good shape. But let's just say $10. If I went to my official coin shop, the one that's farther from me, but actually a coin shop, I bet even with these nice ones, if I walk in there, they're probably only going to offer me $15 for $10 worth of, you know what I mean? They got to bake it into where they have a profit. So I feel like somewhere like eBay, best case scenario, I run into somebody else that has an existing presence on eBay and sells coins and thinks they can offload them at a better price or, you know, whatever have you, and they purchased them from me for, you know, hopefully a little more than that, because as we just mentioned, based on the red book, I should be able to get 50 cents per quarter. I think that's a safe bet. MS63 is worth $1, and these are, as far as I can see, I mean, especially the ones here that I didn't reject, they're as close to mint as I've seen come out of bankrolls ever. I've seen brand new quarters that don't look as nice as these ones, so they should easily be 50-cent quarters. And that's the red book, and that's the 2022. So I think by now the 2023 is up. Yeah, it's an old shirt, like it's all faded, but I can't, you know how like you cycle through clothes? I can't bring myself to get rid of it yet because it's one of my favorite. It's like the Guinness at night or whatever, and it's just the foam on the top of the glass. I haven't been splurging on beer though, because, and I'm going to try to do a video on this tomorrow, which, if I talk too much about it, there'll be no reason for any of you to watch it, but here it goes. Let's see if these fit, because those are a little big, so I think we can, oh no, not those ones. I think we can squeeze quarters into these, maybe. Oh no, these are nickels, aren't they? Let's see. Oh, that's like real tight. We'll try it though, let me see. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, new video idea. It's still more talking head, but it's like the stacker's mindset. And so, in that, right, if I go somewhere or I'm offered to buy something or I want to buy something, whatever, I look at that thing and I see it in, I convert the dollars into silver, you know? I don't know, the beer. Okay, I don't drink super often. But when I have the time to relax, I do. Well, no kids in the house, things are calm. I can kind of relax a little bit, so I'll drink. I buy a case of beer, it's like, I don't know, 15, 16 bucks. I buy the cheap stuff already. But if I get 2 of those a month, right? Which I don't. But if I do, if I spend $30 in a month on beer, that's an ounce of silver. You know, it's about that kind of mind state of the cost benefit analysis of almost everything in your life. And I will save it for the video, but that's a sneak peek into it. And so, yeah, these are probably the ones that the quarters were supposed to go in. So if you look, it's like perfectly sized. Almost looks too small. And then the other ones are like a 27.5. So there's like, I like this better though. I like it to where you can kind of like tilt it and kind of still see the rim. Like I feel like they should have space around them in the flips. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But yeah, so what else do we have to talk about? There are 9 souls in the stream, according to the YouTubes. Oh, maybe one of those is me. I think I still have that window up. Maybe in the other side. But what does everyone else have going on? Constitutional has been knocking out some goals and doing really well at it, so I'm very envious of him and proud. Takes a lot of hard work to set a goal and then to achieve it, to actually put forth the work to follow through. Sometimes even the best of us get sidetracked, or like Henry was saying earlier, you know, life happens and that can kind of derail your plans sometimes. I think that's happened to all of us at some point. Yeah, that's the only thing I hate about flips, is when you flip coins, it stacks up a lot more. I'd be better off if I just got tubes for these, but the problem with tubes, it's like almost every time you put them in, take them out, whatever, you're taking a risk of damaging them as far as coins. Now, like bullion, yeah, I throw those in tubes. And I don't really care about those. Nobody cares about the state of bullion. I mean, unless it's like some kind of semi-numismatic or something like that, which usually go into capsules for me, but yeah, the flips just take up space. Lots and lots of space. Sitting here drinking butter shots. Ooh, I haven't had one of those in a while. Long time. Okay. Oh. Am I the only one? I know a lot of you don't do, like, Constitutional. I don't know how much he has dabbled into coins. The only thing I've ever seen on his channel is 90%. But I gotta put these coins into these flips right. Like, I have my own little method for the most part. I'm not saying I always follow it, but mostly I do. And I do this. The 2 staples on the bottom at 45 and 1 across the top, kind of low, like enough to where I could still write on the top if I want to. But I do it that way, number 1, because I want to save a staple if possible. Number 2, I don't really see a lot stapled like that. That way I can, if I go to like a coin show later, not always 100%, but number 1, I'll be able to tell my writing. And number 2, the staple pattern is kind of unique to me, or at least I think it is at the current point. So, how about ASEs encapsulate everything except my 90%, which I tube? Yeah, I mean, if you don't have to worry about grades, then yeah, I roll my 90%, well, most of it, in the paper. I mean, and then I'll put those in a bag or whatever have you. But, yeah, I don't see the harm there. But the Benjis and the different stuff, I don't have as much ungraded. Now I've kind of offloaded some of that, but I still do. I got the bin down here full of capsules. So I'm going to begin to separate Massachusetts, Maryland, South Carolina. That's going to be a big stack. Rhode Island. I will continue to check the chat. Maryland again. South Carolina. Yeah, this was definitely a weird bunch of coins. New Hampshire. South Carolina. Virginia. I bet we probably don't even have 12 different kinds of coins in this. Massachusetts. South Carolina. Connecticut. Oh, I got like a really nice Connecticut. I might want to save that. I don't know. Another New Hampshire. Sound like you have a good method, Henry. Yeah, I think so. Henry must, because he's done very well for himself thus far. I'm kind of curious to see what's in that email of things he may be trying to offload. North Carolina, I can't believe I kept that. Rhode Island, that's an ATB quarter, and it's 2015, but it's in good shape. Here's that one, that District of Columbia, 2009. That's a weird one. New Hampshire, Maryland, Massachusetts. That stack's going to get bigger. Maryland, Connecticut. Holy crap, Connecticut. South Carolina. I'm going to need some advice when I'm done stacking these and sorting them as to how the heck I'm going to get rid of them. Virginia, Vermont, that's a new one. South Carolina. I don't get it. Even if you're a collector, here's Nebraska Homestead. That, I think that's an ATB quarter, actually. Here's Tall Grass. It's a P, but it's real pretty. What else do we got here? I should probably pull the ATBs, but we won't. Here's another 2015, the Blue Ridge something. Massachusetts. Do an auction. Oh, for these, nobody wants these. No stackers want these. Oklahoma. Is this a new one? I think it is. Okay, we'll pull that to the side. Oh, there's more in here than I thought then. South Carolina. Massachusetts. And I still haven't gone back through that bin. I'm sure there's a couple in there. Massachusetts that I can pull. North Carolina. Apparently I kept 2 of those. Ohio. I remember that one because I was happy. Even though I hate Ohio. Oh, yep, CM. Good to see you. Trust everything as well. I see that we have added gold to the title, which is probably a good move. Another Virginia. Rhode Island. This, yeah, see, because, okay. These are in great shape, right? Fair enough. Northern Marina Islands. I think that's 2009 again, so I'm gonna put that next to that one. Here's a Colorado, one of those. Another North Carolina. It doesn't make any sense as far as a collector's perspective why you would have so many multiples of like Mint State stuff. Okay, Cumberland Island or something. Nevada? Oh, I got an uncirculated Nevada? I got 2 uncirculated Nevadas? Holy crap. Bombay Hook. That's another ATV. Here's another Maryland. Another South Carolina. Come on. And another Rhode Island. So, here's what's in front of us. We have 6 Massachusetts quarters. Only 1 Georgia. I could have swore I saved more than one of those, but maybe the other ones had dings. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maryland. I'm guessing 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. South Carolina. 1 Ohio. 1 Colorado. 2 Nevada. Maybe 4 Rhode Island. 3 New Hampshire. 5 Virginia, 3 Connecticut, a couple ATBs, Oklahoma, 3 North Carolina, 2 of these 2009, whatever those were, the territories in DC. The Homestead one, 2015, I feel like that's ATB. I got a Vermont. This is a lot. This is a lot, but I don't know how. Schnapps. Butter shots are danger. Too good. Speaking of that, I'm going to go grab another beer. Hold tight for a second. So, I thought I emptied one of these. Guess not. Oh, that one. Right. Okay, so what do you do with these? How do you offload a bunch of really nice quarters when it doesn't seem to have any rhyme or reason? How many are here? So, what do we say? 6, 7... 14, 23, 24, 25, 27, 31, 34, 39, 42, 43, 44, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. 55 brilliant quarters. I mean, look at this. This is one of the newer ones. But Nevada, 2006. It's, again, the cam is not super kind to these in the flip, but I think you get it. Most of that little sparkly stuff is not even really seen by the naked eye. There's nothing there. Yeah, so these are all in really good shape. It's not a whole state quarter set. It's not even like a quarter of it. And I don't know anyone that's going to want to buy 9 South Carolinas that are all in pristine condition. You know what I mean? Maybe just do like one whole lot and just run it down and just say, oh, real ruler. Oh, headed for bed. The portrayal of Lady Liberty depicted on the Barber coin is actually based on Charles Barber's mistress. Coin facts from Real Ruler. Really? That's kind of funny. He's coming in here dropping knowledge on me every time he swings by. But he does have to send me an email with his address. I do not have one from you yet, Ruler. So we'll get together on it. No big deal. I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying. I was looking today so I could ship, and I didn't have anything for you. But yes. Maybe just list it all in one big lot. So, what do we say? 55 quarters. Let me do some math here. If we want, and I'm not great at math. I always, just like when I'm going somewhere, that would be if we assume that I want to get 50 cents per coin, right? That's $27.50 for all of these. That's like an ounce of silver, give or take. We're not talking about shipping or any of that yet, but I don't know if anyone's going to pay that. That's my thing. Could shop on eBay. Let's do that. Go to display screen. Let's go over here. Yes, I'm watching my own stuff. Yes, I subscribe to Muscle Shell. Go subscribe if you have not. And then we will pull up eBay. And we will search for lot of... We're just going to say BU to try to get lots that are hopefully like what we have. Okay. What? Oh, those are W's. Okay. I saw $41 for 4 quarters. It was flipping out. Okay. Okay, these are rolls. Okay, but those are all Anime Wong. Okay, so that's for like error searching. Okay, here's a lot. Variety. Oh, they're silver. Whoa. See the problem that we run into? Washington quarters, silver quarters, bicentennial uncirculated. What's this? Gem clad and silver. Quit. People gotta quit mixing stuff. They're giving me a hard time. Okay, 12 wash. Okay, here we go. So, 12. Now, I'm not saying it's going for this, and I don't know what. Okay, approximately $7.44 US. So that's $1, $2, $3. Okay, it's going for double. Oh wait, but there's no bids. So that's just what they're asking. And I don't know if that means Canadian or what, but it's translated there to me in US. So, oh, but those are all the Washington quarters too. That might actually go for more. Those are all in really good shape. Heck, I might buy that. Okay, that's a bad one. Let's see if we can find something else. We go back up to the top and see. Let's just type in state quarter. If we could spell BU state quarters. I'm not seeing anything. Okay, here's 5. Okay. We can at least try to extrapolate from this. 5 2019, which are not that old. BU, they're asking $1 a coin. Now, it says they've sold 138. Here's National Parks. They want more. And those are 2010. Mine are 10 years older than that. Let's see if we can find sold listings of similar things and see what they're actually going for. Because I feel like 2750s kind of. Those are proofs. Proofs. proofs mixed in, gold plated. This is rough. You see why it's so hard to do like research sometimes on specific things? Here we go. Lot of 5, 2002. Oh, but they're S's. They're proofs. Darn it. Come on, I don't want proofs. These say they're proofs. Yep. Proofs. Okay, P and D. Here we go. Alright. That's so... What? How is that? Hold on. 4... Okay, it's $2.50 in quarters. Oh, they had $2.69 shipping. Okay, and they sold it for $1. So they got $3.69. $3.68 technically for $2.50. They got $1 on that, minus whatever the 12% was. Here's a different one. Okay, this, oh, well, that was a bid. It just didn't bid up. So this was $2.30. So they got the value plus shipping. Actually, they didn't even get the value. That's crazy. It's worth more face than people are paying. Here's $2.50, $2.77, and these look a lot like mine, where you see that haze and that toning starting on them. And they're going for here 10 P&D 1999. Oh, but they're going by year, and the older they're getting, the more they're going up. And it's only 10. So I have 5 times that. So like, let's just take this one. So I have actually more than 5 times. But if they got $6.09 for 10, I should be able to sell these quarters for $35. Theoretically. Let me go back to the chat and see if you guys think I'm crazy yet. Anybody? You guys are still talking about schnapps. They're important. You're supposed to be helping me through my problems here. If he's getting... I'm going to go back. I'm not going to take you guys with me. But he's getting sold September 4th. Now, granted, it's a couple of months ago. But 10, 1999, P and D. Okay, well, they're more of a set. But I think the fact is still there. He got $6.09 for 10 quarters. So, theoretically, I should be able to get $6.09, let's hope, times 5, and still have like another $3. So, yeah, I should be able to sell these for, yeah, right around $35, give or take. And it's, what's 55 times 25? I don't even know how much face that is. It's, yeah, it's like a little over $10. So I'd be making like $20 maybe on it, or 15 or $20. I might do that. That might be the way I go. That's what I'm doing, Jason. I was looking, I don't know if you're looking at my screen. Well, now it's not, but yeah, I was on sold listings. He confirmed sold a lot of 10 1999 P&D Washington quarters in what they claim to be BU condition. For $6.09. Now, not all of mine are that old, but that's the average date range of what I have in front of me. So, theoretically, I should be able to list these for like $30. Easy. And them sell. So, maybe I'll do that. Here's another one, 2008 P&D, 10 coin set. A slightly higher rated seller maybe, but this went for $8.49 for 10 coins. But that's, again, that's a whole like P&D set. I haven't even looked at these yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm not there. Some coins I only have one of. It's kind of like a hodgepodge lot. I know I'm asking a lot. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll list them up and see if anything happens. Yeah, I just, with auctions, you got to know where to set your starting bid, right? Obviously, on this, that's going to be somewhere around a slightly elevated face value. But when people, like I had a guy earlier, I relisted that Salt River Bay W quarter because the other person didn't pay. And what do I got? I got a Salt River Bay listed for $6 plus shipping. Now the shipping, $3 or $4 or whatever that's going to calculate out to be, but $6 for Salt River Bay that's in pretty good condition. Not a bad deal, I don't think. This dude trying to lowball me comes in at like $4, and I said no, and then he came in at $5, and I said no, and then he said $6, but he's not willing to put the bid up and let the auction run. He just wanted it for $6, and I'm like, you can have it right now for $9. Like, I'll give you that, because most of them in decent shape are going for $7 to $10, ungraded. He didn't want it, so he backed out or whatever, which is fine. That's his right to do so. But trying to come at me for $4 for a W quarter, it could be in pretty, not bad shape, but not great shape, and I feel like you could get $4 for it. And that's the thing. There's so much wheeling and dealing now. It's kind of hard to respectfully kind of go back and forth with people. Like, I didn't get insulted by it, but when he's just like, he put in a $6, he wanted to buy it for $6, but didn't just want to put the bid on it. I mean, it's cool. Put the $6 bid on it. If somebody outbids you, oh well, right? Like, I don't know. What's the harm? Ah, the old hams. Guess what I found and bought on Thanksgiving? What did you buy on Thanksgiving? Constitutional. Wait, am I behind? I think I was behind. I was looking at the YouTube chat. Crypto Fet's here. Salute and cheers to all stackers. Thank you. Well, right now we have a pile of clad in front of us that I'm going to have to figure out what to do with. But the good news is I have problems. Ooh, and then I didn't even think about this. I have more. These are not from the same run, but these are other ones that I'd already pulled. So here's another. Yeah, maybe I just need to make a giant quarter lot. Is Keys streaming tomorrow? Maybe I can get her in on it and jump on the auction and just list them. Surprisingly enough, though, the one big flips here. Did I miss that? Jeebus, we're popular tonight. The quarter that I sold earlier was actually 1997 Denver minted. It was just in really good shape. Somebody bought that for $1.25. But that's, the Washington, the Eaglebacks, not the oldest that you can get, but I feel like it's starting to get harder to find those in decent shape. Found a brown. Well, I didn't find this. Somebody found it and brought it to me. Remember them brown dimes I was talking about? Found a brown quarter. And this one's got like a big ding on it, so it doesn't sit flat. But it's a 1965. I don't know if it was buried. There's the rim ding there. It's pretty bad. I'm sure it's nothing, but I now have a pile of brown quarters. Also, come on, interesting people. Flips here. He can take a look. I'll put it up on the big screen. So, in these quarters, I found this. Okay? The rim's rubbed. And, look at it. I mean, it looks horrible. The rim's all smoothed, kind of. I don't know where it was, right? Here's the front. It's weird because some of the details there, it doesn't, I don't know. I don't know what happened to it. And I saw the first one and I thought, okay, that's weird. And then I found another one, like with the same exact look, the same exact features. It's a different kind of quarter. This one's in Oregon. But it's like the same to a T. I don't understand where these could have been to get this kind of like, it's not even sandblasted. I don't know what to call it. But they look identical, side by side. For all intents, hold on, let me line them up. For all intents and purposes, they look the same. And I have no idea what these things have been through. Maybe this one was in there a little more than this one, because the details are a little sharper on this. I don't know if it's a misprint or not, because it's like, it's got a real, you guys can't see it really, I guess, but it's like real grade and textured. This, as I'm told by experts or people that call themselves experts, this is a struck through grease error, I'm told. I thought it was a die adjustment. I'm told I'm wrong. Whatever. I'm told it's a struck through grease. So this is a Connecticut quarter, but it's kind of reminiscent about that. But you would expect some of the details to be sharp somewhere on the coin or to like fade out, and it doesn't. And the rims on both of them look like either heavily worn or not formed. I don't know. I'll have to maybe take some other look at it, but I can't find anything like that. If it's a grease strike, it's a lot of grease, I would think, because I don't know where they got the gray color from. But regardless, I have those sitting here, so I'm collecting odd quarters. I did find something earlier that you guys might... It's not much. It's a 2022 error. It's a nose die chip, and it's barely there, but it's there. Let me bring it in. And I really got to figure out this camera thing. Rip the camera off the pod. Or I could do what Flip advised and actually buy something that's quality. I'm not saying this one's not quality, but obviously it's got its issues, right? So there's a tiny little die chip on his nose. It's hard to see, I know, but it's there. Oh, and then the light wants to play hell with me. Okay. It's there. It's not much. I know I'm nitpicking, but coin's a coin, right? Tiny little die chip formed. Apparently there are some pretty bad ones. But it's a, whatever this one is. Maya Angelou, I think. Yeah. One of the women's quarters. So I found something there. So my little stack of die chips is growing. I wish my silver was... Well, my silver was growing. I can't complain. Can't complain. Too often, coin roll hunters, or at least myself, maybe I shouldn't lump everybody in, like, it's easy to forget what just happened yesterday, last week. I mean, look, I'm sitting here in front of a uncirculated bunch of quarters and talking about how I want to grow my silver stack when I just found a bunch of silver yesterday. So I am thankful. Sometimes we forget in the immediate, maybe what's happened this week. But yeah, it's been a great week. I found a bunch of silver, gave some away. That was cool. Got all these quarters and the mint wrapped rolls of the dollars. I still got all those Sacagaweas. We should give away some of those. And maybe some of these quarters that are in really good shape, because on top of the 55, I have 10, 15, like another 19 at minimum, and I could probably pull out one or two more from somewhere. Yeah, I got a bunch of these as well. Side effect of coin roll hunting, I guess. And that's an interesting thing because who's that one guy? I think it's like Couch Collectibles or something. He's a younger guy. He's been around for a while. I don't know if he's still making videos. I'd like to think he is. The stuff seems relevant. But I saw a thing on his channel. He was talking about kind of like the do's and don'ts of like coin roll hunting. And one of the things that he said on there sort of didn't make sense to me. He, and don't quote me because it's what I got from his message and maybe I heard it wrong, but he basically said, like, figure out what you're looking for. Like, are you looking for silver? Okay, get the coins, look for silver. You know, you're done. Are you looking for to complete a set? Are you looking for errors? Like, what are you doing? Figure out what your goal is with coin roll hunting, which I kind of get. But if you got the coins here, now granted, you got to do your research and beef up, but like these, why would I stop? Like, I didn't find a single silver quarter in that box, but I can see these quarters are in great shape. They're older, you know, there's something here, albeit small, but there's something here, or die chips or whatever. Why would you just throw that back? Why would you not try to find everything that you can in that box that's valuable? I mean, I guess it depends. Some people are stackers and they're stackers and they don't want anything to do with the numismatic side. And thanks to Flip, you know, I kind of am on that side of the fence now. I'm straddling the bridge or whatever. But I don't know. I can't. I could probably find a stacker and be like, hey, you want to give me a few bucks over face for these? And I don't know many of them that wouldn't go, yeah. Because you can probably offload them for more than that, you know? I don't know. It just seems odd to me. Like, value's value just, I guess, depends on if you know its value. Like the error coins. I had to research those. Basically, a lot of them just looking for things that stick out that are odd after looking at so many quarters. And not all of them, but some of these are worth something. I have 2 River of No Returns. I have the Mount Rushmore. And now I have the very small Maya Angelou, Washington's Bridge of His Nose, whatever. I found that. Oh, and if you guys weren't here at the beginning of the stream, I was talking to Jason about this. I found, and again, the camera's way up, but I like this camera, but I got to get a better system. I'm going to see if I can do that tomorrow. So, found this $50. I was looking for doubling. I found mechanical doubling on some, but then I was looking through this one. It's not much. Some kind of die crack on the rim. It's there. It's clear. It's not worn flat or anything. It's the only thing I could find on this coin, but it is there, you know, so it's something. I think I listed that on eBay just to see if I get any bites at like $2 or something like that. Maybe it's $2 with shipping, like $1.50 plus whatever, something like that, just to see, you know, it's obviously something. But yeah, search, like, that's half of my problem with the pennies, and I haven't got to, my plan was to flip the pennies too, put them in flips during this chat back and forth, which I don't hear anybody talking. But I haven't got to that because I'm so investigative on these and trying to figure out how I'm going to start offloading these pennies. I have tons of pennies. Now, that's a good thing, good problem to have, but same kind of issue with the pennies. I'm going to have to maybe build large lots of them and see if I can offload them in some way, shape, or form. I am going to check into my LCS, though. I know Henry said something about that. I'll check into that and see. I don't think I've ever really offered to sell them anything major, unless... Yeah, I've sold them a couple of things that I bought, not regretted the purchase, but bought and then didn't realize I may not really want that. And so for a multitude of reasons. But like one of the things I know, I sold them something and basically turned around and bought like a 10-ounce bar and a couple extra rounds. Nothing crazy, but I got taken to the cleaners on that transaction. Now that's partly because, maybe I paid too much for the item, or the time between buying and selling were different. I did what people say not to do. I bought the slab and not the coin. Which I was looking at the coin was nice, but it was a slab, it's graded. But then when I got it, it was like one of these companies you never heard of. Like, what do they call them? Like basement slabbers or whatever. So, for that reason, and maybe that's where I really took the hit, was the coin shop on their offer. The coin was probably worth, they said it was genuine, they XRF'd it and all that, and they said, yeah, it's a real coin, but we don't really know much about this grading company, which was true. I don't even think I barely found anything online about them. And they're like, after looking at the coin and everything, we'll offer you X amount. So, and that was a little bit of a hit. Not too drastic, but they basically offered me what they thought the coin was worth. The coin, not the slab. And that therein lies the problem. I bought a coin at, I don't know, MS 62 or something, whatever it was. And they're looking at it like, yeah, it's a nice coin, but we don't trust the 62 put on the slab by insert whack-ass company here. You know what I mean? So, because of that, maybe that's where I took the hit. But usually I don't sell too much stuff to the coin shops. It's all buying. Accumulation. My guy around the corner, he's got this pendant. He keeps trying to get me to buy. And it's been sitting there for a while. It's like a gold thing. Kind of like not a 4-leaf clover, but that kind of shape to it. It's got a white gold little lady's chain. Nothing too crazy. The pendant thing is gold, but in the center of it is what appears to be an old silver coin. Now here's two problems. Silver coin looks really good, like for an old silver coin. It looks clean, blah blah blah, but it's in a pendant, so likely it would be. But because of the way it's mounted and how much of the gold's around it versus like the opening, you can't really see a whole lot of the coin. I mean, you can. It's about half the size of a dime, maybe. Yeah, about half the size of a dime, give or take. That's what you can see. So maybe it's a little closer to the size of a dime, but it's just in that setting. And I can make out some letters and stuff, nothing that makes sense. He let me examine it, flip it both sides. I can't tell what it is. And so basically it's been sitting there so long, he's offered My dog just will not stop making a ton of noise. Chill, Mira. Um, he's offered to sell it to me basically for the gold value of it. He's not considering anything else going on with it. He's just been sitting on it, and I'm half tempted to do it just because I want to find out about the coin that's in it. But therein lies the rub. The coin in it's probably for sure cleaned, and it may not even be real. It could be like a replica of something. I mean, who knows? But it's a nice pendant, which leads me, to different places. So, but he wants like $225 for the pendant and the necklace, like together, everything. And I haven't weighed it or anything, but I mean, I think the value's there in the gold. It's just questionable about the coin, and that's the thing that trips me up. I don't want to buy it and then regret the buying decision. But he's offering it to me for a steep discount. Has had this thing listed for a decent amount more than that for a while. But we know how it is with like, yeah, I know she had an itch. Yeah, she likes to move every now and again. It's been a lazy day for us. Some of the jewelry and stuff in his shop, I'm sure it moves, and I've seen it move. But I'm sure it doesn't move as fast as some of the other things in his shop. So, especially that necklace. So I don't know. Maybe when I go in there and talk to him tomorrow, I'll see what's going on. He did offer to trade me, but I don't know what I would trade him. It'd have to be like generics and maybe constitutional or something that he would actually want, because he doesn't want anything that's not precious metals and anything that has like a high difference between actual value and implied value. Like Eagles he would buy, but I don't know how competitive his pricing would be. But he doesn't really generally want anything graded, because he's not paying for the coin. He's not a coin shop. He's paying for the silver. So he's not going to offer you quite as much as, say, like a certain American Eagle might be worth. He's more like spot plus some form of premium for an Eagle. Maybe that's, I don't know, in this market, $30 or who knows. And then he would try to resell it at 35 or whatever. Insert various numbers here. But that's where he's at. If I bring, like, from Flip, I got that really nice desk display, proof, I want to say it's an 87, I'd have to look, proof Silver Eagle. I paid, I want to say, that was right around $90, I think, somewhere in there. He's not going to offer me any more for that than he would for any other American Silver Eagle. And it sounds messed up, but that's how he survived in his business, is just not really stepping over into that world. If you want to offload it, go right on ahead. But then, and I've caught the backside of this a few times too, he'll sell it for that $35. It doesn't happen often, but I've went in there, and what are they? The Columbian Expo, $50, right? What are they, like $18.93? I don't have one in front of me. I have multiple, but actually I think I do. Anyhow, it's in the case. I've gone in and bought those for whatever junk was going for at the time. Like, I don't know, $10 for half or something, whatever. 20 times face. And it's actually, I swear to God, I've bought multiple of those. I bought one at Silvertown recently. I think I might have got one off Flip maybe, or one of the other auctions somewhere. Or no, I don't think it was Flip. I think it was Southern Coin, maybe. But the one I got from his shop is still the nicest looking one that I've gotten, and I got it for less than every other one that I bought because on the back end, he's not super concerned about maximizing profit. He's super concerned with moving things through his shop, right? And so sometimes you catch those deals too. I mean, I got not in the not distant past, I was getting 10th ounce Eagles gold um, for $200. I bought like four of those things. I offloaded one, trying to be nice, on one of the auctions, just because I felt like I kind of overbought gold a little there for a minute. But I offloaded one of those 10th ouncers, but yeah, I bought like, and they were all going for like 240 everywhere. He sold them to me for what he had in, what he needed to get out of them. Yeah, well, see him saying that. See him saying that. You know why I see him saying that, right? Because he's going to go, hey, what is that coin? The gold value's there. Yeah, so buy that coin and let me see what it is. He's the same way I am. And I'm not even that big into foreigns, but there's nothing, at least for me, I'm no foreign expert, but there was nothing on there that was like, could pinpoint me to even a geographic location. It's English letters. It appeared to be. I saw a couple like what looked like maybe partial words, but nothing I could make out. I'll have to see. I'm gonna go in there tomorrow. I'll see if I can get something. Maybe I'll post it on my community tab, and also I'll look around. I mean, I could offload like a roll of dimes or something. I didn't spend anything, Sarah. This is my live stream. I'm talking about trades and stuff, but I'm not trading anything either. If I do anything, it'll be an exchange, most likely. I'm not spending any money. Not tonight. Trying to make money on some quarters, some other stuff, but no, I'm not spending any money currently. I gotta focus on Christmas. I'm behind the eight ball. My son's birthday's coming up this coming week. I got that taken care of. But I have nothing major. I have some Christmas done, but not the bulk of it. So I gotta get on the ball with that and get my Christmas shopping done. And then right after Christmas, my daughter has her birthday in early January. So it's like boom, boom, boom. I just get hit. This is my time of the year for gifts. And I'm not behind per se, but I'd like to be further along than I am. Kind of waiting to see what some of these like Cyber Monday deals look like. And that'll help me a little bit as far as Christmas, I think. So we'll see how that goes. But some of the Christmas is already done. Some. Nothing major, but 10 to 15% maybe. I'm behind. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm usually kind of like a procrastinator anyway. I'll put stuff off till I have to do it. On some things like paying bills, I'm early. I'm always early. As soon as the bill comes in, I pay it, whatever have you. But things that I physically have to do, they can and sometimes do get pushed off. I don't know. It's just my nature. And then I'm spontaneous in terms of purchases sometimes. I'm still trying to make sure that it's, feasible, but if I want to buy something, usually I do. Usually. Depends on what it is. There's a lot of variables there, but unless it's something for me. If it's something for me, I can't justify it. Like the Optitech that I probably should have bought instead of this pluggable. Pluggable's nice, and I'm gonna fix it. I figured it out. So I got it on about a 2-inch lift here on something, and I can get a whole $50, right? I'm gonna readjust this. Try to, so I can show you guys. I can get pretty much a whole $50 in here. I got a Morgan somewhere around here. Hold on. That's the other bad thing about stacking. Silver everywhere. There's just stuff everywhere. I try to put it all up. None of it ever gets all put up. Hold on. Yeah. So here's a Morgan. There's a half. I can almost fit the half with the 2-inch lift. So I feel like if I lift it another 2 inches or so, right, on my mount, that's where the light starts getting iffy, but you see? Okay, so it's actually like 6 inches. But the point is there. If I build an arm mount thing for this that's about yay tall, I'm basically going to turn it into the Optitech. I'm going to make an arm that comes up, gives me the height adjustment that I need to get the whole coin into the shot, right? For, I think, Morgans, we all can say are on the bigger side of most coins. So if I get it up high enough, I can kind of work with that. And then I'm going to make it the actual mount for the camera spaced out a bit and somehow adjustable on that vertical so that I can move it up and down hopefully easily and then readjust the camera, kind of like the Optitech already does in a nice compact platform. A little better than this one, but for $30, $39 I think I paid, and then on Black Friday, I forget who it was, but over on Keys live stream, somebody posted what I bought like literally a week before. They posted it and it had a $5 coupon on it, which isn't much, but you know, probably should have waited. Only about 28 days to Christmas. Don't remind me. Actually, yeah. It's the 27th now. I don't even remember November starting, and now Thanksgiving's already over. It's rough. It's definitely rough. But it's already getting late, and I know I have stuff to do tomorrow. I didn't get as far as I wanted to with this, but I love hanging out with everybody. So, what can we do? We're going to do this. I will be right back. Alright, we got a plan. Here's the plan. So, in front of me, move the Morgan, don't confuse anybody. I have two. Oh, well, that doesn't work at all, does it? I have two Sacagawea of the ones I pulled out of the Brinks rolls, the mint state ones. So I have two 2000p Sacagaweas. Dollar coin. Not two. But I'm going to throw two 1-gram silver bars on each one. So we're going to do two giveaways. So it's a Sacagawea and 2 grams of silver. I know, not the most illustrious giveaway, But this is what we're going to do. And I'm going to have to move the giveaways if I'm going to live stream this much. I have to move them to like mailings once a week or something. I think most of the other channels do that too. That way, if somebody wins multiple, you can kind of save on shipping. So, but anyway, for now, we're going to give 2 of these away. Silver and not gold. So, let me think. I don't have my paper. I'm never ready for this. I have paper, but it's not. That's a bank statement. We don't need that. Hold on, let me get some paper. We're going to do numbers, because I've seen numbers work very well. And already, I see some people dropping out. That's cool. That's just better for you guys that are still in here. Chances to win. There's 2 of them, so we'll do 2. There's 6 people in here. Okay. We'll do numbers 1 to 20, but don't go yet because I haven't picked my number. Okay. I have the number written down. Numbers 1 through 20. Try not to spam it. Give everybody a chance. Pick one. I'll watch them as they come by. I'll say if we've hit it yet. Try again. That kind of thing. So, numbers 1 through 20 for 2 grams and a Mint State Sacagawea from 2000. Is my chat messed up? Did we lose everybody? Or am I behind? Am I somehow behind on my own chat? Okay, Roadhog at 16. No, sir. 16 is not. 6 is not. 5 is not. 11 is not. 19 is not. CM at 9. No. 15, no. 20, no. 11, 10, 5, no. 12, 13, no. 7, no. 14, 23, no. 19, nope. Not Muscle Shell. Not 17. Oh, and there we go. We got it. Henry was the first to get it. It was the number 8. Okay, so we're going to rerun it. Same thing again. That worked really quick. So we're done with the first one. So this is going to go to Henry. Good news is we have a whole nother one. And this one's got a hippo. Look at that. So, we got a whole nother one coming. Let's scratch out the 8. And I'm going to pick another number. Okay. We're starting all over. I see Kendall's last couple there. So, I know where the line is. Go ahead and start numbers 1 through 20 again. Same situation. We did really good last time. First one to get the number wins. Try not to spam too hard. The Roadhog at 18. Nope. Get my post-it notes. Where did I put my post-it notes? All right, round 2, guys. All right, Henry. I'm going to put these in a bag. I think I got a bag. Okay, I'm watching. Well, I don't see it yet. No. Yeah, that's very nice, Henry. That's cool. I appreciate that. I don't see it yet. Nope. Nobody's gotten it yet. Boom. CM got it. It was the number 2 this time. So CM landed it with 2. I am going to put these into... I might have to go pull bags. I don't think I have like small ones, but the flip's not going to fit in it. So I will at least put the grams in there for now. And then put these up here with all the other stuff I have to send out. But CM, I don't know if you have my email, but I'll drop it into chat here in just a second. Send me an email, give me your address, Henry. I already have yours. Yeah, no problem. It's never a problem. I like doing things like this. You guys come hang out with me and listen to me ramble and watch me flip coins. So, I mean, I feel like it's an even exchange. So, let me get over here to the actual YouTube so I can drop my own email in the chat. Oh, I typed it wrong. Hold on. Got a letter. Boom. All right, CM. Not a problem. I mean, it's a mint state Sacagawea and 2 grams of silver. So, I forget what we looked up the Sacagaweas at, but it's maybe a couple bucks if it was actually graded to, say, like an MS63 or 4 or something. They are really nice. They did just get pulled out of Brinks rolls. I'll show you one again. Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong screen. No wonder I can't see right. And the light, again, plays with these really heavy because they're so shiny. But it's a 2000p Eagle Reverse. It's not a Cheerios. Or the special one that Real Ruler schooled me on with the designer. Asked for like 5,000. And got some kind of like special satin finish on hers, and apparently those we did the research and math, and if she's passed away now, she passed away in 2020, but if in today's prices those 5,000 special dollar coins that she got from the mint for designing the Sacagawea, if she had still had them in today's prices, it's like, and they were, I think, MS63, they would have been valued at like $275,000. Wait, no, it was like $2 million. And I think we said if she got like $100 for each one or something, it would have been like $750,000. So we did the math. It was crazy, and all because she had the forethought to ask them to pay her in the coins, and so they gave her 5,000 special finish Sacagawea dollars, which I thought was kind of interesting. One Wheatie. Well, so, and I have a video coming out. I spaced it a bit. It's not a long one. It's really short. Actually, there's not as much footage as I even initially wanted in it, but throwing it out anyway. Sarah, who was in here earlier, I don't know if she still is, and myself, she called me earlier because I've been telling her, I was like, you don't have to wait on me to go get pennies. You can go get them from your bank, and like in this case, she saved the copper. I'm basically probably going to take the copper from her. I don't think she's super interested in saving it. And refill her a whole box full of the clad, and then send her back on her way to take that back to the bank and see if she can get another box. But she got a box, and I had a box, so I had her come over, and we both went through our boxes to see, kind of like a challenge, who would get more better stuff out of it, more copper, more better finds, more Wheaties, whatever. And you guys can watch the video to see how it turned out. It wasn't drastic. It wasn't like super night and day, but I had expected it to be a little more even. You know, in my history of hunting pennies, it wasn't that even. And so she has some kind of luck, I guess. It must be like some kind of magic touch on penny boxes to where they just respond to her better or something. Because, long story short, please still watch the video. It's not long, but I got smoked. Not bad, but pretty bad. Like, more so than I thought. And I knew I was in trouble when we're like searching, and she's like, "Oh, I found another. Oh, I found another," and I haven't found any of, you know, S's or Wheaties or whatever we were looking for at that time, pulling things out. So it was very, very fun, and we got through 2 boxes in, I don't know, maybe hour and a half or so, but now I have all that sitting there still to flip. That's what I was talking about earlier. So, anyhow, Michigan beat the Buckeyes. Oh, well, I guess every dog has its day. I'm not a big OSU fan. It is nice to like be from a state where we have like a really nice college team, I guess, because I don't know, I guess I don't really watch, but everybody else does. It's like it's one of the only things Ohio has. The Bengals are horrible. The Browns are horrible. Well, the Bengals, I guess they got that new quarterback. Maybe they're doing better. I don't know. But everybody loves Ohio State. Like, it's just, my sister's crazy about it. Like, everybody kind of latches on to the thing that we're actually decent at. I'll watch a game if it's on somewhere, but like if I have something else to do, I'll walk away from it. I don't need to like watch the game. I don't follow it. It is cool though to have one of the high-ranking college teams from Ohio and not far, but I'm not a big sports person. But anyway, we got the giveaways. It's getting late, and I'd love to stay and just hang out for longer and longer, but it's already almost 1. I have to drink more beer. I want to get a snack or something before I go to bed, and I'm not into eating on stream and all that. We've done the giveaways. Wait a minute. There's Henry's. Right. Henry's. And then, oh, I didn't put the post-it note on this one for CM yet. Ha! Do not forget. Thomas Tone, you're late. I already gave everything away. You get nothing. But that is mildly true. I kid you, but it is mildly true. So Henry and CM got a couple grams of silver. I know. My generosity knows no bounds. And what we're calling a Mint State Sacagawea 2000P. Which that's kind of cool because I mean, that's what, 22, almost 23 years old at this point. And to have one, like the day it was opened, from a mint roll or a bag or however they come originally from the mint. I mean, yeah, you can still, I'm sure they're out there in like proof sets and uncirculated sets and different things. It's not impossible. But to get one for free, to have a good example of it, it's kind of nice, I think. Anyhow, I appreciate everyone for hanging out. I've been on here just over 2 hours at this point. I'd love to go longer, but there's always another day. Channel's growing super fast. I think I was talking about this early in the stream, but I'm going to talk about it now just in case. I'm going to click over so I can see, because last I checked before I started streaming, I think I was just over 700. which is, yeah, I'm at 706 now. So 706 subscribers in, I don't even think it's been 2 months yet. Something like 6, 7 weeks or something at this point. So I thank everybody, especially those that are actively involved. A lot of people have probably subscribed from me from shorts and different things that I've put out. And I welcome them too. But the ones that come in and hang out on the live streams and things and actually watch the videos when they come out, yeah, no offense, mean a little bit more, because that's kind of what's driving the channel. So we'll get there, and we're going fast. So, we'll just keep working on it. But I expect probably the scene to look a little different in 3 or 4 months. I think I will have a bigger crowd. I don't know if I deserve it, but we'll see how I handle that. But we'll see, because once I start actually getting into a better rhythm, the giveaways will get better, things will get better, especially once I get past Christmas and all these gifts I have to buy. Things will start to even out, and we'll really start rolling with it. I'd love to get to the point to where, I mean, I can, and I have in the past, but as far as like impromptu giveaways for live streams and stuff, I would love to get to the point where, I could just give away ounces of silver and not have to consider much else, right? So we will get there. Don't worry. And I thank everyone for bearing with me through the early stages of the channel. So everybody have a good night, or the rest of it, or morning, or wherever it is, wherever you are. And I appreciate you, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a safe Saturday night, or early Sunday morning, whatever it is. Take it easy.